TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day out there. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best, but don't overdo. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body, and you go against yourself. And it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 17, NASDAQ off 3, S&P's off 2. Gold contract up $2.70, trading at $1,461 an ounce. Silver up 24 cents at $39.63 an ounce. Platinum down $5 at $1,787 an ounce. Copper up 4 pennies at $4.41 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.33, trading out at $110.16. Bonds down 9 ticks at 118.22. Dollar index up 43 ticks, trading out at 78.80. Euro down 29 ticks at 143. Yen up down 57 ticks at 84.92. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Where are we at? We're right where we've been the last 5 days. We had a high out here today of 1338. You had a low of 1326. You close out at the 1333. And what this little baby's been trying to do for quite a while right now is get into the February 22nd highs, which was the 1338.91. Hasn't been able to basically crack that baby. We did 907 million today versus 885 versus the downdraft out there. The downdraft you're dealing with out there, folks, is the 1.3 billion. Now, if you go over to the SPY and we take a look at the ETF structure inside there, what you're going to see in the ETF structure is that you saw an expansion in volume. And this is where it gets wild. So, intraday, we got down to 132.66. What that was all about is that they had an aftershock in Japan. Market came down hard. Now, when it came down hard, folks, you have volume on the 10-minute, on the 15-minute, or whatever minute you want to put it, the 132.66. So that baby's going to get back there. That did 19 million. We go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What we have with the Dow Industrials, Dow closes out here today down 17, really a sideways move at 12,409.49. That's still over the highs of that 12,391. So that's saying Dow can turn around and get right back into that 12,450 level. The composite, the NASDAQ composite, we go to the composite. Composite sideways move out here today. What we did with the composite, we got to a high of the 28.13. You closed out at the 27.96. Composite also is trying to get into the gap down. Hasn't been able to handle it. That's the 28.08.18. And we did 1.8 billion. Now that 1.8 billion is in correlation with 2.45. So you can see a 600 million shot there also. What that sets up, all right across, it sets up that we want to go back to at least the highs of the lows of the 16th. Now, let's go over to the U.S. dollar. And what you had out here this morning is that you had the you had the Bank of England. They didn't go up on the rates. European Central Bank, bottom line, Trichet, he went up on the rates. He did it a quarter. What did it do to the dollar? Absolutely nothing. Now, this is a total mind blower. Well, it isn't. But so check out how the market reacted to this, folks. The dollar index right now did 22,000 contracts. You're still at 75.80. If we go over to the euro, you take a look at the euro, what you had with the euro just pulled back slightly. No big deal. It's still hanging over the highs. The highs I'm talking about is the 142.82. Now, you go inside the commodity market, and what you had is this. Nickel still went up, coffee went up, sugar went up slightly, crude oil went up 1%, aluminum went up. Then the rest of that market, though, was flat to negative. And the way the market corresponded to that, folks, is this. This is my take on it anyway, is that instead of the dollar getting croaked and the euro going, the market turned around and says, okay, the European Central Bank is going to pull the Fed along with it. And the bottom line is that we're going to see rates, and rates are going higher. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go to Gary in Colorado. Hey, Gary, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's that K9 doing with you?
I'm sorry?
How's your K9 doing?
Oh, he's doing great, man.
Good.
He's
good,
7
glad.
months old now, and he's just doing fabulous. Thanks for asking.
You betcha. Well, I've got a racehorse, the rare earth, but I was wondering if I could also ask you about the dog of the Dow. But I want to hear your take on this rare earth.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. You want to look at REE? Is that what you're looking at?
Right.
Okay,
right.
so you get Rare Element Resources. It's an exploration company. The low is $1.15. The high is $17. Okay, so this little baby here, the technical setup is there, okay? We bring this back to 07. You put it on a weekly. What you have here is this. What you have, folks, is that this equity went from $1.15 in last July, goes up to $17.62, comes back to $9.55. So it basically, got cut in half in, 2 months? Actually, not even, got cut in half in 2 months. Now it's going after the highs again of that 1762. So let me ask you something. How fast are your fingers?
They were very fast today.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is this. Now, I'm trying to hunt this baby right now, but I can tell you, looking at the market cap, folks, on this equity is $664 million. They have no revenue, and what I'm trying to do is actually find out what kind of cash they got, where was the last injection of cash. I'd make sure you find that number.
Well, there's a suitor in play, according to the news, Dow Jones. GTSO is looking at it. But I don't see any real value yet. That's what concerns me.
GTSO, Green Technology?
Yeah. They're a suitor.
That's a scam. Well, I can tell you that right now. So check this out. This is as good as it gets. Okay, so check it out. So you get GTSO. That's Green Technology Solutions. Okay, it's over-the-counter stock. They don't have any money. Okay, so they can suit anything they want to suit up. They're broke. I got them right in front of me, man.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Now, what about? Well, so would you be buying this back if it pulls back like it did before? Or what would you run? Take your money and run, which I did today.
This is what happens here, is that it already tested the high on a monthly basis, right? But this is a setup that, you know what? A bottom line is that you're at 1530, and it does want to run into that 1760.
Right.
What I don't do in the precious metal space is this, is that what I do is technically, if I like the setup, that's great. What I do, however, in the precious metal space is that I want to know whether these companies have money. And the reason being is that the precious metal space in particular is the one area in the market where you can wake up in the morning and the stock can be cut in half in 2 seconds if they don't have any money. And the amount of equities right now, this is all it always has been, that run in that type of space, many of them do go parabolic and then many of them go broke. So.
Okay. So
okay.
You wouldn't get back in this?
I wouldn't be touching this until I found out how much money they had. Okay. Okay, and the reason being is this. When you get a market cap of $664 million, you'd like to see them with $100 or $200 million in the bank. If they have $1 million, okay, that's problematic. And you know, many of these companies, that's what they have: $1 million, $2 million. And I don't know. I can't find it quick enough. But during the breaks, I'll try to hunt it. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Rich in Massachusetts. Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you? Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. What are we going to look at?
Well, maybe I can switch up on your head, too, but maybe you could look at IAE if it's all right.
IAE. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the India Pacific High Dividend Income Fund. Okay, so let me take a look here. So let's see what they have in it. Okay, so China Construction, BHP Pillar, and China Mobile. Okay, so they got some nice companies in it. Okay, so you're looking for dividends, right? Is that what you're looking for?
Well, yeah. They paid a dividend last Monday, I believe, or Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I own it. I'm up some in it, and it's coming up to a bar on February 18th. It's got a high of 1925. It's sort of a high volume bar at 106,000. I know this doesn't have a lot of shares traded, but anyways, we're getting up there, and I'm wondering what you think. I have a stop really close.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, what he's looking at is this, folks, okay? The $19.25. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like I was going to make the run for that. You know, that's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. And you're so close to it. You actually hit 19.23 today.
Yeah.
You know, and what's game here actually is $20.02 to $20.82. What you have game there, Rich, is going all the way up. You get a high volume buy November 9th.
Right. I didn't know if you thought maybe I wasn't getting enough volume at this point to even pop through the 25.
No, you get enough. Because now watch what happens. Because
I know the weekly's good. The weekly's good.
Okay, because it's good that it didn't hit 1925 today. It hit the 1923. So it didn't hit it. So, you know, let it hit it first and see what happens, man.
Okay. Stop-wise, I mean, I got something that's like at 1906. Is that too close?
No, that's great.
All right. Do you have time for one more?
Sure, go ahead.
UNG.
UNG. Let's take a look at it. You get UNG. This is the natural gas fund. It's an ETF. The low is $10. The high is $17. Okay, so what you have with this little baby, she came off the bottom of 10.02. March 4th gets up to $11 rather. That's pulling back with lighter volume. Hey, you stay right there. We're going to be right back. We're talking natural gas, folks, and we'll go over to the future market and take a look at that number 2. Don't forget, folks, my new book is out, The Art of Time in the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. You can get it on Amazon right now for $27.88. In fact, right under Breaking News at TFNN, the link is right there. We're going to be right back.